Crypto Solution Community. Crypto Solution is a crypto platform and crypto space based on global. Interested people gather here and discuss about blockchain. Crypto Solution, Team Aiden. The CEO of Crypto Solution, Jason, co-founder of Crypto Solution, Michael, marketing manager, Crypto Solution host. Today, Ask Me Anything. Session with EetheriumX today. Crypto Solution AMA. Host, Melanie, and our honorable guest, Paula Brucaite, CEO of EetheriumX. Jean-Claude Chamandi, CMO of EetheriumX. Disclaimer. Crypto Solution, various crypto projects present their products or services, explaining how they aim to solve specific issues in the blockchain or crypto space. Binance Live AMA sessions often include educational segments that help users understand technical details about the blockchain, specific projects, or the crypto market overall. WIA recommends that you perform your own independent research and due diligence on the projects or topics covered. Information presented may be subject to change, but we can't obligated to update any data shared during this session. Giveaway box. $100 USDT about EetheriumX. EetheriumX is an innovative Web3 financial entertainment ecosystem that merges DeFi, GameFi, NFTs, and real-world asset integration into a single unified platform. Developed by Morgan Web 3 Labs Ltd., EetheriumX aims to transform traditional digital finance by making it more engaging, interactive, and reward-driven. At its core, the platform uses a dual token system, AXT as the utility token and VEXA as the governance token, allowing users to participate in staking, yield generation, ecosystem decisions, and gamified financial experiences. Through its real yield engine, prediction markets, and on-chain mini-games, EetheriumX creates a dynamic environment where users can earn rewards, collect value-enhancing NFTs, and contribute to a growing decentralized community. Thanks for joining today. AMA with us. Please stay with us. Welcome to Crypto Solution Community. Crypto Solution is a crypto platform and crypto space based on global. Interested people gather here and discuss about blockchain. Crypto Solution, Team Aiden. The CEO of Crypto Solution, Jason, co-founder of Crypto Solution, Michael, marketing manager, Crypto Solution host. Today, Ask Me Anything. Session with EetheriumX today. Crypto Solution AMA. Host, Melanie, and our honorable guest, Paula Brucaite, CEO.
Someone else, the owner of Crypto Solution, who's streaming, okay?
Mm-hmm. I will try to mute and unmute myself because I think in this Google Meet it's not working. 1 second.
Yeah, it's okay. That's fine.
It's working. All good.
We're going live in 1 minute.
How long we gonna take?
You mean the whole session?
Yeah. I mean the whole MAA for.
Okay, so I think about 40 minutes, depending
Okay.
on the whole speech. So we're live. Welcome everyone to another AMA. In this moment within Crypto Solution and also Blockchain Express, it's a big pleasure to have such a special session. I think one of the tiniest moments where we've had a pleasure to host in different communities. So thank you so much for coming up here, and we're gonna be hosting Bex at this time. And let's welcome Miss Paula and Mr. John Claude. It's a big pleasure having both of you here today, guys. And before we get started and get to what Bex is, and also the whole introduction about your utilities, could you please introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about your crypto experience. Thank you.
Sure, I think I can go first. So I'm Paula. I'm the CEO of AetheriumX. So my crypto experience is pretty broad. I was building projects from 2015, I guess. And here in AetheriumX, I'm responsible for team management for whole strategy, partnerships, and product design. And we also have here our CMO, Jean-Claude. Hello.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jean-Claude. I've been in crypto for around 4 or 5 years right now. I worked with many projects. I built projects from zero. I took so many projects into success. I worked different parts of marketing. I worked as a community manager, as growth marketing manager, and recently in my recent position at AetheriumX as the CMO. Yes.
Thank you so much, guys. And it's a big pleasure to have the Bex and the AetheriumX together on this session. So just to kick it off, let's start with the AetheriumX community side. Your project is emphasizing a community-first DAO. So could you please explain what that means and specifically the role of the Bex token and treasury management in your governance model? Thank you.
Absolutely. Our approach is community first, which means our users aren't just customers; they are co-owners and decision makers in the project. We have structured AetheriumX as a DAO, which means decentralized autonomous organization, where VEXA is the governance token that empowers our community. Users can mint the VEXA by restaking our utility token, which is AXT, instead of us simply giving it away or selling it. So this way, only active participants earn the governance power, which aligns incentives. So VEXA holders get the voting rights and the premium privileges in our ecosystem. So for example, holding VEXA might unlock higher yield tiers or exclusive GameFi features, but most importantly, it gives you a voice in the proposals.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Jean-Claude. So that's a really nice approach. Most importantly, a really nice mix. Actually, we don't see this kind of partnerships right every day. So it means that BEX holders can actually influence the project's direction.
Oh, yes, exactly. So they can propose and vote on changes. We have set up a governance process that is transparent and also time bound. So any VEXA holder can put forward a proposal, which is a 3-day period to the community to discuss and refine it, and then there is a 5-day window for the community to vote, and if it passes, a 1-day buffer before the implementation. So this ensures there's enough time to review and avoid knee-jerk changes. So through the process, the community managers key aspects like protocols, upgrades, and the treasury allocation. In fact, so the treasury management is a big part of our DAO. We have reserved a proportion of the tokens and fund as DAO treasury that unlocks or gets spent only via governance proposals. So that means the community can vote. And on how we're going to use those funds. So be it funding like the features or anything else like marketing initiatives or rewarding contributions or just the programs for growth.
Thank you. Okay, so that sounds really interesting. It means its treasury is essentially controlled by the community. And a DAO system kind of adds more transparency, not only to the project, but even to the whole community. And I think that's something that humans basically appreciate and mostly want something
Mm.
is related to money, right? To transactions. So I just wanted to know, how is the treasury founded and used, and what's the incentive for people to participate in governance?
Okay, yes, good question. So the treasury gets funded through various ecosystem revenue streams. So, for instance, a share of platform fees and yields goes directly into the treasury rather than into a centralized team. So, one concrete example about that would be fees from our prediction market, which is called AXT Predict, or a portion of game earnings are routed to that AXT treasury for buybacks, burns, and staking rewards. So the community can vote to adjust on how those funds are used. For example, they might increase the percentage used to buy back tokens if they feel it is beneficial. This gives VEXA holders a direct handle on the economics levers of the platforms. So the incentives participated is twofold. First, having a say in the project's future, and then also it's about capturing the value of the growth. So if you hold VEXA token, you want to make decisions and increase the platform's success, and by extension the value of AXT and VEXA. So we also plan to reward active participants with things like additional AXT or NFT perks for voting or proposing to encourage a vibrant governance culture.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Mr. Youngblood. So, usually a community-driven approach, I mean, creating a DAO system, often involves more than just on-chain builds. So, how are you guys fostering a community-first environment?
Yes, great point. So beyond the on-chain mechanics, we are also building a culture. We run gamified community campaigns, referral and team play systems, and even guild competitions to make predictions fun. So to make the prediction fun. So we have also launched an ambassadors program across different regions to grow local communities. And also, of course, education is key too. So we host workshops, AMAs, sessions, and on-chain tutorials to help users understand and engage with the platforms. So the idea is to empower our users with knowledge and make them feel that they feel like they are truly invested. So one of our mottos is community growth equal ecosystem strengths. So if people contribute content, help answer questions, or organize events, that's building the ecosystem. And since our users can eventually become co-owners via DAO, we want to give them this opportunity to shape AetheriumX's future. In short, so VEXA and the treasury are tools for decentralization. But community first is also about day-to-day engagement and giving our users stake beyond just tokens.
Beautiful. I'm loving your whole approach that you guys are having with the whole community. I mean, at the end of the day, they're like the basis of any kind of sustainable project. Um, and it's great to see the way that you guys are prioritizing not only having a DAO, a common DAO that is maybe in any kind of project, but making that DAO super unique and innovative. With the whole back to token and the whole mix that you guys are doing, it's really nice to see that. So I want to move on to the core mechanics. I mean, especially how you're generating the sustainable yields on the project. So many DeFi projects promise high yields that later turn out unsustainable, and AetheriumX claims to have real yield engine for sustainable returns. So, Ms. Paula, could you unpack how do you generate yield for users like in a sustainable way, and also how do you manage token emissions so that rewards don't just inflate and crash the whole economy?
Sure. Thank you. Thank you, Jean-Claude, for a great explanation about our marketing initiatives and etc. So moving forward, Okay, let me explain. Sustainability is the cornerstone of our design. When we say real yield, we mean the returns come from actual economic activity, not just printing new tokens out of thin air, here is how it works. So users stake assets like USDT, Ethereum, BNB, or Solana into our platform. Under the hood, we have an AI-driven liquidity engine that allocates these funds across various yield opportunities. So DeFi pools, liquidity staking, CeFi partners, even tokenize real-world assets like treasury bills um, for ETFs. The AI is constantly monitoring to balance risk and reward, moving liquidity between platforms like Uniswap, for example. Because of this diversified strategy, the yield our users earn comes from sources like trading fees, interest, or real world incomes, not from inflating a native token reward. So, this is a big difference from the typical yield farm that mints its own token endlessly to pay yields, which, as you said, often crashes later.
Thank you.
Thank
So, for example, if any kind of user might take, for example, USDT and gets a percentage yield that ultimately comes from things like exchange fees or interest on loans.
Yes, exactly. So, if you stake USDT, we might allocate it to a decentralized lending protocol or provide liquidity in a stable coin pool, or even deposit with a regulated CeFi partner offering yield on USDT. If you stake at Ethereum or Solana, we might stake those to earn staking rewards. All those earnings are gathered by our engine. We then distribute the yield back to users on chain in a transparent way, proportional to their contribution. So you can always see how much was earned and where. Importantly, we don't rely on diluting our own token to reward users. The AXT rewards that users get are supported by these real earnings, plus some strategic token emissions that are carefully controlled.
Thank you so much, Ms. Pella, for the whole information. So let's talk about those token emissions. AetheriumX is having two tokens, the AXT and the BAXT token. So how did you ensure that introducing these tokens into the economy doesn't become inflationary or maybe unsustainable over time?
Yeah, that's a very great question, and we worked really hard on developing strategy for this. So let me explain. We've been very thoughtful with tokenomics to manage emissions in a sustainable way. For AXT, we have a large fixed supply, 10 billion, but we are not dumping them all at once. The emission schedule is gradually decaying, meaning the rate at which new AXT is released as rewards decreases over time, matches the platform's growth stage. So on top of that, we implemented a deflationary mechanism. 5% of every game's prize pool in our GameFi is automatically burned. And we use a portion of the real world yield, like profits from those bills or DeFi interests, to buy back AXT from the market and burn it. So, as the platform gets more usage, we are actively reducing AXT supply. This creates a balance where ideally demand for AXT goes up while supply grows slow down and even reverses due to burn. So I hope I explained it in a good way.
100%. So,
Thank
by
you.
the other side, what about Bugtime and how is its mission linked to that real deal concept?
Vexa is pretty novel in how it's emitted. We called it yield-backed governance token. Essentially, VXA can only be minted by restaking AXT rewards and only in proportion to the actual yield generated by the platform. So we set up phases for this. In the early phase, to incentivize adoption, for every one USDT worth of yield a user earns, they can mint one VXA by restaking their AXT. This is a high incentive phase to bootstrap the community, but we don't want to, flood the market with VAXA. The rate halves. You get, for example, 0.5 VXA per 1 USDT yield in the next phase. It halves again as we reach the next milestones, and so on. So in the final phase, it's just zero point 0.1 VAXA per 1 USDT yield. So this way, emissions are literally backed by performance. So if a platform isn't generating real yield, the AXA isn't being minted much at all. And if it's generating yield, the AXA comes out at a decreasing rate as we grow, preventing oversupply.
That sounds really great. And I'm just wondering as well. I mean, is there any cap on backside? How do you prevent them from infinite minting?
So yes, we have capped the XAA. There will never be more than 100 million VEXA tokens, and 100% of those are only obtainable via the restaking mechanism. There is no developer or private secret allocation, that just appears. So no VEXA is coming from anywhere except the AXT yield process. This cap, combined with the decaying mint rate I described, ensures VEXA remains scarce and tied to actual value creation in the platform. So, in summary, we manage emissions by first controlled AXT issuance with decay and burns. Second, VXA issuance strictly pegged to real yield and caped. We even build in that the DAO governance. We built that in the DAO, so you can vote to adjust certain parameters like what portion of yield goes to buybacks or other things. So the community can respond to economic conditions. All of this is aimed at avoiding the usual fate of DeFi projects where token inflation outpaces the utility. We want AetheriumX economy to be as self-sustaining as possible.
It sounds like a delicate balancing act, but the idea of yield-backed top governance and community control is compelling and 100%.
Yeah,
So,
we tried.
yeah. So now another very interesting feature that you guys are having is the on-chain prediction market with AI. So I want to dive into that as way, in that way as well. So AetheriumX isn't just DeFi, GameFi, but you're also offering the AXT predict, a decentralized prediction market, which sounds really interesting. So what makes the AXT predict unique, and how do the AI adjudication and the creator economy come into play? It sounds like a lot of buzzwords, but how does this actually work in practice?
That is actually my favorite part since I'm very hyped about AI. So let me explain, guys. AXT Predict is, as I said, one of my favorite parts of our ecosystem because it showcases how Web3 can innovate on traditional prediction markets by adding continuous liquidity. By adding continuous liquidity, AI, and community governance. So let me break it down. AXT Predict is an on-chain prediction market where users can create and trade shares of outcomes for events. Could be crypto prices, sports, I don't know, elections, you name it. The always-on trading aspect means from the moment a market opens until it closes. So people can freely buy or sell yes or no outcome tokens. There is no point at which bets are locked from trading. You can enter or exit a position anytime. This is inspired by how modern prediction markets like Polymarket is providing continuous liquidity and price discovery up to the last minute.
Awesome. Thank you, Paula. And the resolution of these markets, that's where the AI comes in, right?
Yeah. Exactly. The challenge with prediction markets is always how do you determine the outcome in a trustless way, right? So we are leveraging AI oracles for adjudication. When the event is done, our system uses an AI that pulls data from allow listed reliable sources to determine the result. And it publishes an evidence package on chain along with a decision. So, for example, if the market was, will Ethereum price be above $4,000 on, I don't know, December 5? The AI will check a trusted price feed and then record on chain yes or no, plus the data evidence, like the price from that source at the deadline. This is all transparent. The proofs and data are there for users to inspect, which is important for trust. The AI essentially acts as the first judge. And because it's using predefined data sources, it's fast and unbiased.
Thank you for the information. But what if the AI makes it like a mistake or the outcome is controversial? AI isn't perfect at the end of the day, after all.
Yeah. I mean, I hope in the whole world AI never makes mistakes because it will like take over the humans' lives, right? But you are absolutely right, and that's why we have a challenge and community arbitration mechanism. So if someone believes that the AI got it wrong or the data was like faulty, they can challenge the outcome within a defined window. When a challenge happens, it escalates the dispute to our DAO. This is where VAXA community governance kicks in. VXA holders can review the evidence and then vote to determine the final outcome of the market. So essentially, the community collectively becomes the final arbitrator if needed. We've built in this human in the loop because, as you said, AI isn't perfect. This two-tier resolution, AI first and community if challenged, gives us a nice balance of efficiency and decentralized trust. So most of the time, the AI will likely to be correct and accepted, but I think it's comforting to know that humans community also has the final say in this matter.
Thank you so much for the information. And at the end of the day, even though AI isn't perfect, exactly, it's improving every day. I mean, I
Yeah.
won't say that I'm scared, but I'm mostly impressed of how powerful it is. So, now you have mentioned the creator economy in the context of the AXT product. What roles do creators play in the prediction market?
So this is another innovative part. We didn't want only the project team deciding what markets to list. We wanted to open it up so that community members can create their own prediction markets if they have a good idea. And usually, community has a very good ideas, right? You just need to like actually listen to them. So to maintain quality, we require that to create a market, you need to hold a certain amount of AXT and put up a refundable bond. And you can set a creator fee for yourself. The bond and some guidelines help prevent spam or ill-formed markets. If a market resolves without issues, like for example, no one needed arbitration due to a bad question and etc., the bond is returned. As a market creator, you can earn a small percentage of a trading volume in your market as a fee. This incentivizes skilled creators to propose interesting, high quality markets, effectively seeding the platform with diverse questions. So I think it's a win win. Creators get rewarded and users get more markets to trade on.
Thank you. Okay. This whole conversation, the whole explanation, right? Tied back into the Ethereum's X token economy. For example, are there any benefits like for AXD or BEXA from the prediction markets?
Yes, absolutely. Everything in our ecosystem is interconnected. The platform collects fees. All those fees are funneled into the AXT treasury. From there, as I mentioned earlier, I believe the treasury uses them for buybacks and burns of AXT or to fund staking rewards. So the success of the prediction markets directly more demand and reducing supply. It aligns the interests. So if you are a token holder, you want the prediction market to thrive because its fees boost the whole ecosystem, right? So also by requiring AXT to create markets, we drive demand for AXT among power users, creators. And if there is a dispute, VXA holders get to exercise their governance power meaningfully, which strengthens the value of participating in the DAO. So, in summary, AXT Predict isn't just a standalone product, it's woven into Ethereum's economy. It showcases how an engaged community can together create a robust, self sustaining platform for prediction markets.
Thank you for the information. This is really fascinating. You guys are basically merging DeFi, GameFi, and even social fi with user created markets and AI into one platform. So
Thank
before we
you.
thank you. So before we actually wrap up, do you have any final thoughts on what all this means for the average crypto community members?
For the average user, AetheriumX is aiming to be a one-stop platform where you can earn sustainable yields, have some fun gaming, which is very important, predict and bet on events, and be part of the governance. The key thread through everything we discussed is sustainability and community ownership. Whether it's how yields are generated, how the tokens work, or how markets are resolved, we want users to feel the system robust, transparent, and it's like, the feeling that it's theirs. We often say we are turning DeFi into play. Meaning we are combining the engagement of gaming and social prediction markets with the seriousness of finance. If we do this right, it creates a positive feedback loop. Engaged community brings growth. Growth brings more real yield and value, which in turn rewards the community. So we are excited to keep building with input from our community. After all, that's what a community first DAO is all about, that Jean-Claude mentioned at the very beginning.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Paula. So it's a big pleasure to have you here, like I've mentioned before. You guys are pushing the envelope on multiple fronts. I mean, sustainable DeFi economics, the community governance, which is, I think it's the nucleus out of this whole project idea, and even innovative features like the XT Predict, all under one roof. I mean, a whole ecosystem like I've mentioned before. So thank you both for sharing these insights in such a casual and clear way. And I'm sure our listeners have learned a lot about the Ethereum's approach. It's a big pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you, you too.
Thank you for having us. It's always pleasure to talk with the community.
Yes, oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say, thank you as well for having us. We're really excited what's coming, and we invite everyone to join us on our socials and be part of this journey at AetheriumX. Let's build this together, and thank you.
Thank you so much. It was a big pleasure having you guys. Best of luck within your project. And just a head ups for the listeners out here, guys. This project, Ethereum, is launching very soon, and their first AdWords campaign is already live where you can join. So for all the curious and adventurous crypto players out there, now it's a great time to try it out, get involved, see what the hype is about, and keep an eye on their official channels like Miss Paula is mentioning, so you can stay tuned about their updates and all the great rewards that they're bringing up for the whole ecosystem. So we sincerely hope that the AetheriumX delivers on its long-term vision, runs smoothly, and brings out a strong returns to its community of players and builders. So good luck to the whole team, and thank you again for joining us today, Miss Paula and Mr. Mr. Jean-Claude. It was a big pleasure knowing you guys, and you've got a really great potential. It really makes nice ideas, and I hope that everything goes really, really great. Thank you.
Thank you, Melanie. Bye bye,
Thank
guys.
you. Okay.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye. Have a great one.
Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.